It is getting dark. We're riding deep into Cambodia's Prelang forest, miles from the nearest village. We've joined a citizens' patrol, the Prelang Community Network, who are hunting illegal loggers. After a long day, the PLCN patrol decides to quit. Just as they set up camp, we hear a distant sound. It's barely audible, and our team of journalists are oblivious to the sound. But the patrol members recognize it as the hum of chainsaws. We arrive into a clearing to find two illegal loggers cutting a tree. They look scared. They know they're caught and far outnumbered. Backed by armed rangers from Cambodia's Environment Ministry, the patrol dismantles their chainsaws and interrogates the men. The loggers tell our local reporter that it was the only tree they had cut that day. They tell us that they were paid to come here from a distant village. If they didn't follow orders, they wouldn't have the money to buy food to eat. The patrol doesn't have the power to make arrests and can only make offenders sign and read aloud a contract promising they will never cut the forest again. But they know many of those captured soon go back to illegal logging. With one of the worst deforestation rates in the world, Cambodia is on the front line of the fight against deforestation. To witness and document their efforts, our team drove hours from Cambodia's capital and then crossed the Mekong River to reach the Prelang forest. On their other side are communities cut off from electricity, running water, paved roads. The forest is a way of life here. For generations, villagers have harvested and sold resin from old trees. The pristine condition of the remaining forest makes it attractive for poachers. So the burden falls on the villagers themselves, says patrol leader Phai Bun Liang.
The
Prelang Community Network are people who love the forest. Our network is not supported by the government, so we work as volunteers. It is difficult to monitor the Prelang because it is huge. There are many roads deep inside the forest, and we have limited volunteers.
Phai Bun Liang agreed to let our video team join a mission. He warned us that where we were going, there was no infrastructure. We had to carry enough food and water for the duration of the patrol. They run patrols like this every 2 to 3 months, which typically last 5 days and involve up to 60 people. As we started out, the extent of the problem became clear. We saw trees cut down or burnt in every direction. Vast swaths of the forest reduced to nothing. In their patrols, the PLCN also assists the government by tracking logging activity using an offline GPS-enabled mobile phone app. Phai Bun Liang would take his phone out frequently throughout the patrol to take pictures. This time, he told us that the trees were cut just that morning. Loggers mostly target high-value trees like these, which are used for luxury homes and furniture. Much of it is smuggled across the border to Vietnam. Illegal logging is a multi-million-dollar industry across the region. With so much at stake, loggers can be armed, making the PLCN's work dangerous. The patrol brought us to meet activist Forn Sofiak, now recovering at her home. Last year, she was attacked with a machete and seriously injured while on patrol.
They were all young illegal loggers.
When they attacked, they chose the person closest to them. Unfortunately, that happened to be me.
Forn Sofiak believes they were aiming for her head as she slept in her hammock, but in the darkness only managed to slash her foot. Phai Bun Lien confided in us that there are risks even from within.
There are people on my own team who inform on us and engage in corruption with illegal loggers, but I don't have enough evidence to call them out.
These suspicions forced Phai Bun Liang to change plans multiple times in the course of our patrol so that no one could tip off offenders in the forest. Phai Bun Liang vows to keep up the fight, but is worried that he's losing this battle.
It's regrettable when the PLCN works hard as volunteers, independent and without pay, spending our own money and energy, that this is still going on. Actually, we saw only about 20% of the forest remaining along the roads in our province. We need to strengthen our collaboration with rangers and the Ministry of Environment to terminate illegal logging. But we also need to mobilize more people to keep the natural forest in the Prey Long area for the next generation.